If you are not able to become what you want to be, then know the real reason from the story of Buddha. Or what you want. If it is not happening, then today's story is for you. So pay attention till the end of the story. If you listen to this story carefully till the end, you will learn something which will be very useful, life-changing in your life. Friends, whatever you do not have today is not because it is not written in your destiny, or your luck is bad, but not because you deserve it that much. Nature is very just, friends. Once Buddha was about to give sermon in the meeting. He arrived, the meeting started, Buddha sat quietly for some time and did not say anything, and went away. More than 100 people were eagerly waiting for the sermon, and everyone was waiting to Buddha. He was angered by the behavior. However, no one asked any questions. The next day, the assembly was organized again, and this time the number of people in the gathering was almost the same. Buddha, seated among the assembly, repeated the same actions. He remained silent without uttering a word. The crowd was perplexed and curious about his conduct. The next day, someone organized another meeting, but this time the number of people in the gathering decreased. Only 50 people were present this time. Buddha arrived, looked around without saying anything, and left in the same way. After this, some people became angry because they had left their work to come and listen to his teachings. The next day, another meeting was organized. Friends, those of you who are also listening to this story may be wondering how many times this gathering has been organized. And some of you may also be feeling irritated while listening to this story. But those of you who are feeling stressed at this time should pay special attention to this story. Because it's just for you, but this time, the number of people in the assembly had further decreased. Meaning, this time there were only 30 people in the gathering. Again, Buddha came, and without saying anything, he left. This time, people were very angry, and there were discussions and criticisms about Buddha. The next day, the assembly was organized once again, and this time the number of people had significantly decreased. Only 15 people were present in the assembly. Buddha spoke this time when he arrived, and after speaking, he took his seat. Then, he allowed those 15 people to speak, and they, in turn, shared their knowledge and wisdom in different directions. Moving forward, those 15 people played a key role in spreading Buddha's teachings. Buddha used to leave the meeting without speaking for many days. Explained he was looking for people who were qualified. Buddha told those 15 disciples that on the first day, more than 100 people were present. But most of them had no real interest in his teachings. They were there only to watch and listen, not to connect with the knowledge because they could not understand it directly from him. For me, the search was for people who could bring my knowledge to every corner. Leaving the meeting without speaking for several days was intentional because I wanted to see who really had the thirst. The people who were really interested were stayed till the end, while people who came just for this left on the first or second day. The question is not what I can give you, but rather, what you can take. Your eligibility is not determined by how much you can take, but by how much you deserve. Once again, I ask how one can become worthy. In the assembly, among all those who attended, only those with patience within them stayed until the end, and it is that endurance that will determine your journey in life, but you cannot reach the steps of success without seeing. Then, that person asks Buddha, if one can cultivate patience within oneself through consistent practice, just as a person starts meditating. Buddha understood this, and said yes, that's correct. It means there is a need for continuous practice with patience. Friends, now you must have understood why you don't have what you want, because you don't deserve it. You will become worth it when you pay attention to yourself, and this can only happen through constant practice. So now the question is, will you practice? If yes, then why are you not doing it? Facing this question honestly with ourselves teaches us that we can be whatever. Remember, the key to becoming worthy of what you desire lies in the honest question you ask yourself. What are you doing today that aligns with the person you aspire to be in the future? As we conclude, let's reflect on the journey ahead. Embrace continuous practice and honesty with oneself. For it is through these that we carve the path to becoming the person we aspire to be. Wishing you courage, determination, and success on your transformative journey. Thanks for watching.